Hey, what's up, guys? Alright, so Attack on Titan Chapter 104 is out, although it is an unofficially translated chapter, so I'm not exactly sure the dialogue's 100% accurate. Then again, this chapter was mostly action based, so the dialogue wasn't really all that important until the ending. So ultimately, it doesn't really matter if the dialogue's accurate or not because it doesn't really matter for most of the chapter. But anyway, let's just jump right into what happened. Okay, yo, we got the best, most epic possible image we could have ever hoped to get to open this chapter, and that is Armin in full on Titan mode. That's right, full on Colossal Titan Armin. And dude, I have been waiting for this to happen since chapter 84. I've been waiting so long to see this image of Armin in full on Colossal Titan mode that I don't even care that it's only a tease. I don't care that it's only one page that we really get to see it. It's still such an epic moment that I lost my shit when I read it. I had to put my phone down when I was reading it. I was reading on my phone. I had to put it down and just stare at it for a little bit because that was just such an epic image. I saved a screenshot of it. I love it. I'm going to put it right here on the screen just in case you didn't read it so you can see how cool it looks. But yeah, we finally get to see Armin in his Titan form. Like I said, only for about a page. It's really only a tease of it. But the manga's not over, so we're probably going to see a lot more of it. Anyway, after he loses Titan form, we see him signal an airship, and then he immediately jumps onto it. I'm guessing, well, I'm not guessing, I know because I read the end of the chapter, but that's pretty much, as we find out as the chapter goes on, that was their plan of escape. They're going to go in there, the army's going to go in there, cause as much, damage as they could, defeat as many Titans as they could, and then get out using the airship. And we find out that was basically the reason why a few chapters ago we saw some of the Survey Corps members putting lights up on top of the building. It was basically like, you know how when you have like an airplane taking off on a runway, they have lights guiding so the airplane knows where to go. Basically, that's the same deal. They have the lights lighting up so that the airship can come in a safe route, so everyone can get to it, in a safe way and not have to worry about running into buildings and delaying their takeoff when they're trying to escape. So yeah, that part of the plan seems to be a success so far. Anyway, after we check in with them, we go immediately back to where the last chapter ended with Jean basically trying to take out the Card Titan, but Falco getting in his way. Now we already knew that Jean wasn't going to kill Falco, so he immediately he basically just moves his shot away from Falco so it will miss him, but it ends up also missing the Card Titan, so he doesn't get the kill. And some of the soldiers show up to help Gabby and Falco actually cart the Card Titan away, basically, so they get her to safety. They do mention that her healing factor isn't really keeping up with all the damage that she sustained, so they're not exactly sure if she's going to survive. I do have a prediction with this, and that's basically that I'm guessing she's going to either A, survive and end up being able to fight later on, maybe have to take a few chapters to heal, or B, in the next few chapters after we're finally done with this whole invasion arc, someone else is going to eat her. Maybe one of the cadets, maybe Gabby, maybe Falco, some Titan cadet is going to eat her and become the new Card Titan. Because if she was just going to die from these injuries, then they would have killed her in this chapter. We wouldn't have had the whole fanfare of her trying to hold on, them trying to save her. If ultimately she was just going to die from the injuries, basically she has to survive this. Then we check in with Eren and Mikasa, and we see that they're still facing off against the Jaw Titan. And for the most part in this chapter, or the beginning of the fight, it looks like the Jaw Titan actually has Eren on the run because Eren tries to counter him with his hardening ability and try to fight back. But we find out that Jaw Titan's jaw and his claws can basically just run right through that like it's paper. So Eren's kind of left on the defensive for most of the chapter. And then the Jaw Titan does something kind of stupid where he actually goes to slash at Eren, and Eren puts the crystal that the Hammerhead Titan's shifter is inside up to defend himself, and he realizes that the Jaw Titan's claws can actually scratch through the crystal, actually leave some damage. We actually see the Hammerhead Titan look at the scratches like, holy shit, fuck, I'm kind of screwed at this point. Because she realizes the same thing that basically Eren does, and that's basically that the Jaw Titan can actually crack through the crystal. So once the Jaw Titan goes in for another attack, Eren grabs his head, puts the Hammerhead crystal inside Jaw Titan's mouth, and it smushes it, killing the Hammerhead Titan shifter, and then drinking her spinal fluid so he can, basically take her powers. Now, at this point in the chapter, when I saw that, I was like, I had to put it down for a second. I said, dude, Jaw Titan, dude, I don't bother to remember your name because you're such a fuck up at this point. I had to look at him even though these are the bad guys technically, I had to look at him and be like, dude, you've been fucking up since we met you. You got one of your teammates killed. You got your leader killed. You got your other teammate injured completely to the point where she might not be able to heal fully because you wanted to rush in there and attack Eren when they told you not to. And then this chapter, when you almost had a chance to redeem yourself, when you almost had a chance to make up for the fucking mistakes you made in the last chapter, you get your only hope of winning the fight at this point taken out. You get the Hammerhead Titan killed. And then it's at this point where you're basically like, fuck it. At this point in the chapter, I'm like, dude, just kill him already, Eren. Just take this guy out. He's doing more damage than you guys are at this point. Like, seriously, dude, it's no wonder you got passed up for the draw time ability. I mean, I know your brother rigged it, but at the same time, if you're going to be this much of a fuck up, you were going to get passed up anyway. So yeah, now Eren'S basically taken the Warhammer Titan's abilities, and he has a hardening ability, so he's pretty much OP at this point. He's about to kill the Jaw Titan. And that's when we actually see Gabby. We check in with Gabby and Falco again, and we see that Gabby's actually calling for Reiner, because he's actually just passed out not that far away from Eren. She's calling for him, begging him, basically, to get up and help the Jaw Titan out. And this is actually the part where the dialogue's kind of important, because we see Reiner in his inner monologue while Gabby's calling to him. He's basically saying, fuck, I just want to sleep. Like, I'm done with all this bullshit. I don't want any part of this war anymore. Just let me die at this point. But she's able to convince him. She's able to yell loud enough for him to basically wake up. He jumps in there, and it's actually kind of creepy. I put up here on the screen right here. It's actually kind of creepy when he shifts into his Titan form. He actually keeps his full-on face. Like, his head is actually the new Titan head. And he goes into attack Eren. Eren obviously one-shots him. But he was able to grab the Jaw Titan away from Eren. They're out of time at this point. Eren realizes they don't have time anymore to waste fighting against the the Armor Titan and the Jaw Titan at the same time, because the airship's coming. The enemy soldiers are attacking the airship and their soldiers that are trying to escape, so they don't really have time to waste trying to fight these people. So Eren and Mikasa decide to get out of there. And the chapter pretty much ends with Gabby and a whole bunch of other soldiers heading outside to basically try to stop the airships from going off by firing at them with rifles. I'm not exactly sure how the rifles are going to help at all. Maybe you can take out 1 or 2 Survey Corps soldiers that don't get out, which I guess kind of would foil their plan, because Armin says in this chapter when him and Hanji are talking that basically if they don't get every single soldier out, then this plan was a failure ultimately. Which when I read that, I was thinking to myself, the plan's already kind of a failure at this point to begin with. I mean, yeah, you came in, you guys did a lot of damage, you were able to take out the Beast Titan and the Warhammer Titans, possibly your 2 biggest threats in this war. But you were only able to get the powers of one of them. You were able to get the Warhammer Titan's powers when Eren ate or drank the spinal fluid in this chapter. But you only just killed the Beast Titan. Eren didn't eat him. No one else ate him. You didn't gather the body. Or at least maybe they did. Maybe that's what Levi's been doing this whole time. We haven't seen him. But as far as we know, they haven't gathered the Beast Titan's body. So Zeke is still lying there, which means they still have access to the Beast Titan. All they had to do was get a cadet to turn into a time shifter and then eat the Beast Titan's body, to eat Zeke's body. So the Beast Titan is still in play for the enemy team. So ultimately, yeah, you took out maybe 3 people, depending if the Car Titan does stay down for now. But ultimately, you didn't exactly succeed in what you were trying to do. You did a lot of damage, but your plan was kind of a failure in itself. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the chapter. That's pretty much it for the review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, drop me a like, subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. Comment down below with your thoughts and theories, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.